had an oops. Wasn't my fault, oops, but it doesn't matter. I was loading up my truck for a split delivery, which is the preferred way to deliver your wood. So I was going to take 2 quarter cords. I was busy loading the first quarter, and it is a customer who is a backyard smoker. He wanted a load of hickory and cherry. While I was getting that loaded, I got a call in a panic of a restaurant saying, we're out of wood. We totally forgot to call you. And they use oak. Well, this is all cherry and hickory. So my plan now was to take my truck to a convenient location, just pull all this out, and then load it up with oak. And then once that delivery's done, I'll put this back in. This doesn't go out until early next week. I was just going to unload it, but then my rusty wheels started grinding, guys, and I had just run a load. This is all oak, and this was with these traditional knives in my 405. So you do get some varied sizes. And it got me thinking. I had run a load the other day. I had a mystery log that went through my machine, and I just couldn't figure out what it was. And I split it with the 4-way. It was a bigger log, thinking it was oak, and it was hickory. I was kind of embarrassed, but you know, the log was wet, and you know, I had some mud on it. The sun was in my eyes. I was just having a bad day. Guys, I could go on with excuses. But the bottom line, though, I was left with a number of large pieces of hickory. And from my experience, people that want hickory want it split small. So I have to resplit. The interesting thing is, of course, we're going to be using the super splitter, but it dawned on me, I haven't resplit anything since last March, almost a year ago, from when the 405 got delivered with that perfect split. So here you go. That's the trade-off. These traditional knives are faster. If you remember from a very recent video where I showed just how fast those 4, 6, and 8-way knives are, here is your trade-off. You are left with resplitting, and I thought this would be a chance. You haven't seen my super splitter in a while. I got the dust off of it and got it all cleaned up, and I thought we could put it to work here today, guys. We are going to resplit hickory. Many of you know and love the super splitter, but let me just reintroduce you to it since it hasn't been here for a while. This is a kinetic splitter, and this is the machine that I credit for putting me where I am today. It is just fast, productive, and it's pretty inexpensive when you think about all of the commercial grade splitters that are out there. So even that I know that I have kind of outgrown this machine, it still serves a purpose here at our wood yard with resplitting, which isn't very often, but hey, here you go. I got some hickory that needs resplitting, and we're gonna do it. While these kinetic splitters serve a purpose, you know, just like anything else, they got things that they're really good at and things that they struggle with. The one thing that I would say with a kinetic splitter is they are a fair weathered machine. You do not want to use these in the rain. You do not want to use these when your wood is covered in ice, and that's largely because of these bearings. These bearings have to spin free. If they get gummed up, they'll start dragging on this top beam, and they'll cut a flat spot on the bearing, and it ruins it. There's also 2 bearings underneath, and I have learned that I just keep hitting these with heavy spray lube, and they seem to work fine. This super splitter has hundreds of cords in it, and it has just been a productive, non-stop contributor. I really think if you are starting off with a firewood service and you don't know which direction you're going to go, you don't want to really spend a lot of money, whatever you're going to spend on one of those hydraulic splitters from Home Depot or one of those big box stores, just get one of these instead. They're twice as expensive, but they are 10 times more productive, guys. So enough gabbing, let's get splitting. hickory is stringy. Oh, I just love what I do. I love the super splitter. I love splitting hickory. Guys, the smell is intoxicating. It is that potent. This is real green stuff too. Man, it smells ripe. Oh, guys, running the super splitter is a joy. And even though I don't really run it that much anymore, just getting back on this thing is just time stands still. I love the feel of it, the sounds, the way that ram pushes the wood through the knife. Gosh, I really think I could spend every day for the rest of my life running the super splitter. That's how much fun it is. Well, I'll accept for the last hour because I would want some time to reminisce. Guys, the super splitter, I'm serious. This is the machine. If you're just getting started out, don't put money down on one of those hydraulic I-beam splitters. Get one of these. It is 10 times as productive. When I had first started and started getting bigger, this splitter touched every single stick of firewood that I sold in this lot. It was just an amazing, fast, productive, reliable machine. Where I started outgrowing it though was when I started getting the processors. You know, they could just chew through wood and make firewood, except the real big ones. So the real big ones is what I had to split with a splitter. Well, they were too big for me to start picking up. I'm in my 50s, guys. I'm not getting any younger. And that's where I started looking to a commercial grade splitter like the Eastonmade Axis. All right, it is a great machine, but it's just different than this. This is commercial grade, but it is nothing like, you know, one of these bigger, like an Eastonmade splitter. My point though is if you are looking at getting into a firewood business and you know you just don't have the money yet to buy that Eastonmade log splitter, look here. And these are affordable, they last forever, and man are they productive. And here's my task now for the rest of the day. I got to get this stacked. I got to get the truck unloaded and then reloaded with oak. And then this is going to go out in the morning with oak. And then when I get back, I'm going to put the hickory cherry and then the rest of the delivery in, which is residential, just mixed hardwoods. And that's what I got going on from the wood yard today, guys. I am still getting everything ready to be moved to the new yard, but I still got a business to run. If you are looking for more firewood action or maybe some more detailed explanations of this move, check out the Woodhounds podcast. Have you heard of this? We are on every streaming service that holds podcasts, or you can check out the website at thewoodhounds.com. If you hadn't known, I had partnered with Dan from Back 40 Firewood, and our podcast has now become the largest firewood podcast in the world. And we post a new episode every Wednesday morning, but every episode is out there for you to listen to. I hope you guys check it out and send me an email and let me know what you think. So from me and the Super Splitter, I hope everyone has a great day.